Okay, so next up, deleting a category. And so the only gotcha here is we don't want to let the user delete the all playlists category. And then probably we want to give them a way to back out if they decide they don't actually want to do that after selecting the menu item. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So we're going to start with the menu this time. Actually, we're in console. So the choice for this is going to be delete playlist. And then in the menu options, so this is going to be DP delete playlist. And then LF choice is DP cls.delete playlist. And then the actual code after create playlist will do delete playlist. So class method delete playlist. And then we need to get the name of the playlist because that's our key value. So for this one, we have already an existing set of playlists, and we want the user to select an existing playlist. So we can use select item to get our input instead of input string. Input string, they really don't know necessarily what to type, and they might type anything. But select item, we're going to basically force them to choose an existing playlist. And then we'll add an additional option to the list of choices that they have that they can use to basically select none or exit. So first thing we need to do, though, is get a list of all the playlists that we want them to choose from. And we have the list of playlists in cls.allplaylists. So if we want to get all of the names from all of those playlists, we can use map to do that. So names equals map, and then map takes a function that gets applied to each item in this list, and then map returns a list of all the values. So for the map, we're going to use an anonymous function, lambda sub x, and we're going to return x.getName. And then we're going to do that for each playlist in our list of playlists. And then we're going to use select item. So choice is, actually, let's just call it name. So name is going to be equal to select item, and then let me look at the parameters for this input validation function. Yeah, so first the prompt, then the error, then the list of choices, and then we also have a map, but we don't need to specify map for this. Okay, because it's already going to handle case folding. So before I print the prompt, though, so the prompt is going to be basically, please choose a playlist to delete or none to exit. And then I'll leave the rest of that. I guess I'll specify an error message. No, I won't specify an error message. So for my list of choices, that's going to be names plus, and actually I want to probably filter out the all videos playlist, and then add none to the end. So I'm going to actually not use map for this. What I'm going to do instead is names is an empty list. And then for playlist in all playlists, if playlist.getName not equal playlist dot all videos. Actually, let me take a look here. It's not actually all videos. Did I have that in music video? Did I have it in console UI? I could have sworn I had an all videos somewhere. Well, let's look at where I'm creating. It's actually in database. Yeah, I shouldn't have put that in database. That should really be in playlist. So let me do that. This should be in playlist, I think. So I'm gonna put that here. And then I probably put it in database so because I'm making the function here. But I'm already importing playlists, so that shouldn't be an issue. So here's should be the only place where I'm referring to it so far. And instead of cls.allvideos, it should be playlist.allvideos. Okay, so now playlist.allvideos is defined, and then here, where I'm making my list, if playlist.getName not equal playlist.allvideos, then names.append playlist.getName, and then at the end I'm going to do names.append none. So there's my choices, and then I can pass in that list of choices here. So if I'm not specifying the error parameter, I have to say choices equals names. And then I don't need anything for map. So let's, and I'm going to want to actually have some code in here that displays all the choices. But let's see how I'm doing so far. So I'm going to print name and then just return. So let's go ahead and run it. And let's go ahead and TP. And then I'm going to just type some garbage, and it says, so I do need to specify a different error message here. So I'll do that. And then if I type something that does exist, it works, and it prints that. And then if I do it in all lowercase, or whatever case, it should work, and it does. And then if I type none, that works as well. It was returning the string none. So, and then anything else, it's going to give me the error message and ask me again. Okay, so that part seems to be working other than my error message. Please choose a playlist to delete or none to exit, and then the error message is going to be name must be a playlist name. Please type a playlist name. Okay, so that's an error message. And then to get us started, let's do print, please select a playlist name from the list below. And then for name in names, I'm going to print 4 spaces and then name. So actually 5 spaces because the separator. And then we'll get the prompt. Okay, let's take a look at that. And that should have none in the list. So we'll do DP. So please select a playlist name from the list below. Bruce Springsteen, Patti Smith, or none. Please choose a playlist or to. Okay, so this is redundant now because I repeat a lot of stuff from there. But let's do none, and then let's do Patti Smith. Okay, so that's working the way I wanted to. Oh, and then one more with an error. So something that doesn't exist, please type a playlist name. Okay. So let me clean this language up a little bit. So please select a playlist name from the list below. Enter the name or none to exit. Okay. So that all looks fine. So now I have the name. It should exist, but first I'm going to say if name equals the string none, then I'm just going to return. So I don't need to do anything else because I want to exit. And then I'm going to say playlist equals name, playlist dot lookup name. And then if playlist is none, that's a problem. So I'm going to print error playlist, and then I'm going to use a formatted string here. So playlist name does not exist. And then make this a formatted string, and then we'll return. Otherwise, the playlist does exist. So I'm going to call playlist dot. Actually, first I want to remove it from the list of all playlists. So that's cls dot all playlists dot remove playlist. So that removes it from the list of all playlists. And then I also have to remove it from the lookup table, the map where I'm, trying to find the playlist that matches the key value. So I'm going to have a method for that on playlist, like so. So I'm going to call playlist.delete. And then later on, when I have database code, that will also remove it from the database. Okay, so the delete method for playlist, let's go ahead and add it. I'll add it after lookup, I think, because it's related to the map. So this is a class. Actually, this is not a class method because I have a specific playlist that I'm deleting. This is just a regular method. So self is the playlist I'm going to delete. And what I want to do is del self dot class dot map self dot get key. So what this is doing is it's getting the key value for the playlist I want to delete, and it's removing that entry from the map that's associated with the class of the playlist. And then that's really all I have to do, because eventually it'll get garbage collected. Nothing else should have a reference to it. The only other thing that had a reference to this object was the list of all playlists. And then I deleted that here, removed that list from the list. So that should do everything I needed to do. So let's see how it goes. So first I'm going to create a playlist for test me, and then empty description, and then print playlists, and then I'm going to delete a playlist, test me, and then print playlists, and it's not there anymore. And then I should be able to create it without an error. And it didn't complain when I did that. So that means that I removed it from the map successfully, because if it was still in the map, I would have gotten the error when I tried to create it like so, I would have gotten this error here because it already exists. But since I deleted it and then created it, and that worked, that means it got removed from the map OK. So that seems to be everything for this one.